Hey guys, it's Max. How's everyone doing? Hey, I hope you'll let me talk options for just a second. I have a really good trade I just did in real life on Square. They have earnings after the bell, but there's several good opportunities out there. Um, Look at this trade. There's no such thing as the perfect option trade, but I think this trade fits with the goals that I'm trying to accomplish. So this is a 1 day trade. This expires tomorrow. You're either going to pretty much lose $800 if they have a bad earnings miss. They have to drop 13%. Square does. But if they miss earnings and drop, they'll probably drop the whole way. So it's you're going to lose $800 or $900 if they miss. But if anything else happens, you're going to make 118. You're going to get 118 up front. It comes with a this comes with the yield. You're going to be able to pay yourself $100. Put that $118 in your pocket. Commissions are free. There's nothing to stop you from it. However, and look at this: in 17% of the cases where you have an outlier on this leg, you're going to make well more than you risked, or you could make well more than you risked. It depends on what kind of outlier. You could, if it goes to 95, and that's not at all out of the realm of possibilities. Some of these stocks are making that's $1,000 winner. The thing where your edge comes from, which you have to understand that the edge in this trade and the reason this trade is so attractive is because of the big flat spot in the middle. Because yes, the big flat spot, you don't make a lot of money, but you also don't lose any money. It's basically like an iron condor in the middle. You just think of this like an iron condor or a strangle. Iron condor, you just don't want the stock, usually the S&P in my case, or I do them on the Russell a bunch. You don't want the Russell to drop by X amount. In this case, we don't want this stock to drop by more than 7 amount. This is a really legit trade and to be a decent way to take a shot. If you're bearish, though, don't do this. I have no idea if you're going to hit or not. If you're bearish, we could do one going the other way, but things have been, the market's been killing it. Everything's great, So I would imagine, I think it's smart to just take a chance on this one. Anyway, so this trade is saved. Now let me show you. I thought I had another trade in here. Okay, I have 3 ways to do the Square trade, and I was looking at 3 different alternatives, but I chose the best way, and I'm going to share the best way with you. Of course, I can't find the best way. There it is. This trade is really a good looking trade, in my opinion. Look, you can do it percent of max risk. I like to do it this way. And you can see this big flat spot in the middle. Your yield is 16%. So you make 16% on a day on an investment like this. And we do 4 or 5 of these a week here. I love these the day before a stock has earnings. But if a stock has earnings on Tuesday, you have to wait it out all the way till Friday when you do a trade like this, because you have to wait till the end of the week for all the value to come out of your sold options. Well, anyway, on a 1 day option like this stock's either going to hit it or it's going to miss it. We're going to come in tomorrow, and most likely is going to happen is we're just going to get to keep the $138. If the stock does 75% of the time, we get to just keep the money. However, about a third of that 75% or 16% of the time, we get to keep the money and get bonus money. So I'm trying to think of a name for this spread. Overtime, bonus money. It's kind of like getting a free option because you're selling a put spread to pay for a call spread. It's a risk reversal. You could call this so many things. This is basically a risk reversal. Anyway, it's a great way to play earnings in this stock. If we were bearish, we could flip it around, like I said. So let me show you one other thing. Then I want to load this. We also have earnings in DraftKings. So let's see if there's a play to do this in DraftKings. So you start with the bull put spread. DraftKings usually has some good option liquidity. What is it? Is it D, F, or D? What is DraftKings? Yeah, it's DKNG. Okay. Okay, so I'm trying to do this fast, but there's tons of liquidity. Look at this bid at 90, asked at 84. That's the one we're going to be selling. Then we're going to buy this one as a hedge for 39 cents. That's going to generate $45. $45 isn't enough, so we're going to link these legs, and we're going to link these legs, and we're going to generate about 250. Then we're going to spend some of that 250. Watch this. We're going to add a buy call, and they have earnings tomorrow also. So without knowing anything else about it, there's tons of liquidity in this. And you can see the lines. Well, when you have to pay for it, if you guys don't pay for option strat, but when you do, you can see which strike has the most liquidity. This one has some liquidity, but that's too far out. I'm going to go with this one because that's a little too close. Okay, so give me just 1 second. Like I said, I don't know anything about the earnings prospects of either of these stocks. Okay, let's turn on the percent of contract value. Okay, this one you make a 20% yield in 1 day. You just don't want the stock, which is DraftKings, to drop by more than 7.5%. Okay, so you're looking for it to stay above about 36. Profit loss in real dollars, it's 20%, but in real dollars, it's 170. And then if you get a big move, and that happens 15% of the time, where you get a move in this direction, then you can, then that's where you stand. That's where you stand to rake. Maybe we could call this trade the rake. This is just a version of the loaded dice trade, but this is my own version of it. So we're going to call this the max loaded dice, max dice. I don't know, but this is a really good trade. I'm going to hit save this. Earnings play. Called the max loaded dice because it's the same idea. The dice are loaded, but we're maxing the freaking return. Max. Anyway, it's all good. It's all good. Like I say, don't do it if you aren't bullish. What we'll do is when the market goes to shit, which will probably happen after the first of the year, and we get into an earnings period, and a couple of them miss, and that we're trending the other direction. We'll do these in the other direction and have some big home runs. Okay, I appreciate it. I'm going to upload this video. Let me know what your favorite earnings trade is, or let me know if you have any of these trades on.